Something was meant to reach you. A blessing, a shift, a divine upgrade. But something interfered. Archangel Michael comes forward now, not to alarm you, but to awaken you. Because the truth is, a major angelic transfer from heaven, prepared specifically for your life, has been blocked. Not denied. Not cancelled. But interrupted. And unless you understand what happened, and respond, this moment could quietly pass, unfulfilled. Last night, there was spiritual movement around you. In the unseen realm, your name was brought before the heavenly council. Angels were assigned. Something divine, something long prayed for, was about to be released into your life, perhaps an answered prayer, healing, guidance, or even a breakthrough you've begged heaven for in your quietest moments. But the path wasn't clear. There was resistance. And now Archangel Michael is delivering a message you cannot afford to ignore. Have you noticed the strange delays lately? Plans falling through without reason? A heavy, unshakable tiredness even after rest? Sudden confusion where clarity used to live? These are not coincidences. These are signs. Signs of angelic interruption. Because when divine energy begins to flow toward your life, dark forces do what they can to create interference. Not because they have more power than heaven, but because your free will determines whether the blessing can land. You see, every divine transfer requires spiritual readiness. And that doesn't mean being perfect. It means being aware, present, connected, and open. Right now, Archangel Michael is standing near your life, sword in hand, shielding what belongs to you. But even he can't override the choices you're making. If your heart is distracted, if your soul is closed, if your faith is wavering, you could miss what was already written for you. And there's more. This blocked transfer isn't just about you. It was meant to overflow into your family, your work, your future, even into the life of someone close to you who's been silently struggling. You were the divine vessel, the chosen channel through which something larger would flow. That's why the resistance has been intense. That's why you've been under pressure. The enemy always fights what heaven favors. But here's the truth Archangel Michael wants you to hear right now: it's not too late. The transfer hasn't been destroyed, it's just suspended. It's hovering. Waiting. Watching for your alignment. Heaven is still willing. The angels are still ready. But you must act. And your action is not external. It's not a ritual. It's not about striving. It's about a shift within. Pause. Breathe. Let your spirit speak louder than your mind. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that no longer serves me? What old patterns, fears, or distractions are blocking the divine delivery meant for me? Be honest. Be gentle. But be real. Because this next chapter of your life was written with divine ink, and it won't rewrite itself until you are ready to receive it. Archangel Michael says the next 24 hours are crucial. This is a spiritual checkpoint. A window in time where heaven reevaluates your openness to receive. If you center yourself now, release resistance, and open your heart, the very transfer that was blocked could be reactivated. You don't need to chase it. You need to clear the space within. Heaven does the rest. The spiritual world is alive with movement tonight. Celestial assignments are shifting. Timelines are adjusting. You were not meant to see this by accident. You were led here. Because your spirit is more awake than you think. Because the blocked transfer is still pulsing in your spiritual atmosphere. And because you still have time, but not forever, Archangel Michael wants you to know that your name is still glowing in the spiritual realm. That despite the delay, the vibration of your soul has not dimmed. You are still called, still chosen, still worthy. But your awareness is the key. Because heaven never forces its gifts, it waits for permission. And that permission comes not just through words, but through attention, intention, and surrender. If you've been feeling like something is about to happen, but can't explain what, it's not your imagination. That pressure, that inner stirring, that holy discomfort, it's divine anticipation. You are spiritually pregnant with something bigger than your own life. And every delay has only been preparing you to carry it better. There are angels stationed at the borders of your blessing right now, waiting for the moment you say yes, not with your mouth, but with your focus. This isn't about effort. It's about energetic alignment. If your spirit is scattered in fear, doubt, and frustration, the blessing cannot land. But if you return to stillness, to trust, even for a few moments, the gates open. Do you feel it now? That gentle pull? That inner confirmation? It's your spirit remembering. Because somewhere deep inside, you already know what this is. You've dreamt of it. Prayed for it. Cried for it. Maybe even given up on it. But heaven didn't forget. Your name was carved into this blessing long before you felt ready. Archangel Michael wants you to look beyond what you see. Your physical circumstances are not the full picture. What's happening around you may look slow, heavy, uncertain. But what's happening for you is sacred, swift, and strategic. The delay is not denial, it's divine calibration. Making sure the gift matches your growth. And now, he speaks with urgency. This moment, this message, is the sign. The signal. The reminder. If you respond now with presence, with honesty, and with openness, the blocked transfer can be rerouted. But if you delay, the window may pass. And though grace will always return, timing matters in the spiritual realm. Because some doors don't stay open forever. Some moments are rare alignments between your soul's readiness and heaven's timing. This is one of them. A divine transfer, carrying the exact frequency your soul needs, is hovering. And it's waiting for you to say, "I'm ready, you were never forgotten." Even in moments where you felt invisible, like your prayers vanished into the void, heaven was documenting every tear. Not one cry has gone unheard. Not one sleepless night ignored. There's a divine ledger, and your page is active. But now, heaven needs your participation. Not just belief, but spiritual alertness. The kind that recognizes, this moment is not ordinary. Archangel Michael reveals that this isn't just about your breakthrough, it's about your lineage. What happens now affects not just you, but those connected to your bloodline. Some of the battles you've been fighting didn't start with you. You were born into generational warfare, but chosen to be the one who ends it. And that transfer that was blocked? It carries not just personal blessing, but ancestral healing. That's why it's been so hard. Why the attacks came from all angles. Why confusion tried to cloud your clarity. The enemy wasn't just after your joy, he was after your assignment. But he underestimated the fire inside you. The light that refuses to die out. You may have been delayed, but you are not defeated. And right now, heaven is giving you another chance to receive what's rightfully yours. So pause. Breathe. Let this moment sink in. There is an invisible door opening in your atmosphere right now. You won't see it with your eyes, but your spirit knows it's there. It's a holy corridor between where you've been and where you're meant to be. Walk through it. Not with fear, but with the authority of someone who finally remembers who they are. And if you're still here, still listening, it's not by accident. It means the transfer hasn't been cancelled. Just paused, waiting for your readiness. Archangel Michael stands guard over your destiny, but he cannot force it on you. You must choose it. Claim it. Align with it. Because once this spiritual door shuts again, the energy shifts. The moment won't be the same. But if you respond now, in heart, in awareness, in humility, you'll feel it. The weight lifting. The clarity returning. The blessing flowing. There are very few moments in your life where heaven leans this close. Where your name echoes across realms. This is one of them. The reason you're seeing this now is because your energy finally aligned with divine readiness. Not perfection. Not performance. Just readiness. A surrendered spirit opens more doors than any effort ever could. You've been asking why things felt stuck. Why your prayers seemed delayed. Why the miracle didn't arrive when you begged for it. But Archangel Michael reveals, there was a reason. The blessing wasn't just about you receiving it. It was about you being able to carry it, protect it, and grow with it. Heaven was never trying to punish you, it was preparing you. Now the preparation has reached its final stage. The test isn't coming, it's here. And your soul already knows the answer. It's in how you listen to this message. It's in the chills running through your body. It's in that still voice inside that whispers, "This is for me." Archangel Michael is not just delivering a message, he is standing beside you in this moment. Shielding you from spiritual interference. Guiding your awareness back to what matters. This isn't just a moment of inspiration, it's a sacred activation. The delay is breaking. The shift is happening. But you must choose to move with it. You can't carry yesterday's fear into tomorrow's miracle. You must release. Forgive. Let go of the weight that numbed your vision. Because your spiritual hands must be empty to receive what heaven is trying to place into them. And it's beautiful. It's exactly what your soul has longed for. But you must act now. Not in panic. Not in fear. But in sacred responsibility. Because what's being offered isn't just a gift, it's a calling. The calling is not loud. It doesn't shout or demand. It whispers in the quiet corners of your day, through signs, through dreams, through these very words. Archangel Michael says this is a rare hour when the veil thins, and your spirit can hear what your ears often miss. You've been sensing that something was about to happen. That feeling wasn't your imagination, it was prophecy tapping on the edge of your awareness. This is the spiritual edge where things either shift or slip. Where destiny is either claimed or delayed again. And Michael is pleading, not warning, but pleading, that you do not walk away from this invitation. Because if you do, the silence will return. And you'll find yourself wondering again why the breakthrough felt so close yet never fully arrived. Heaven doesn't force itself. It invites. And today, it is inviting you into your higher alignment, into the assignment that only you can fulfill. There's something unique about your soul's design, something even the angels marvel at, because God wove it into you alone. That's why your path never looked like anyone else's. That's why your pain felt isolated. You were never meant to fit, you were meant to lead. Archangel Michael reminds you, this isn't a spiritual fairy tale. This is your divine reality. And the ones who once overlooked you, the ones who doubted your worth, they're not your focus anymore. What matters is that heaven hasn't stopped calling your name. And today, it called it louder than ever. You have two choices now: scroll away like nothing happened, or pause, feel this moment, and let it break something open in you. Because if you do, if you choose to receive it, your next chapter won't be written by fear. It will be guided by divine fire. If this message reached your soul, like this video to honor the divine. If you felt Archangel Michael's presence, share this with someone who needs this light. Your thoughts matter. Comment below what part touched you most. To keep this sacred work alive, subscribe and stay connected to divine guidance. And if you wish to support this divine mission, send a super thanks. Every blessing you give returns multiplied.